Hey, Mitch. I think the answer is...
Yes.
High five! We gave you guys the option and you guys demanded it. The voting was pretty even until at the stretch where Black Sword pulled away. It was pretty close whether it was going to be Blue Falcon or Black Sword. Sorry, Agumon, but nobody wants to see another Gogglehead with an Agumon. There's a TV show for that.
Yeah.
So we're going to join the Black Swords here. You must first promise an oath before joining the guard team. You will always value your fellow tamers and Digimon partners, and you will do your best to create a world where both Digimon and people live in peace, and you will challenge any evil force that attempt to destroy that world. I'm going to stop here for a second. I apologize to anybody who seemed like kind of didn't understand exactly, but Black Sword is not evil. They're still the good guys. They just like virus-type Digimon.
Which is all sorts of weird. Because...
I know, breaks all the rules of the TV show, but
yeah.
I'll always value my blah 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 blah. Black Sword marks proof being a Black Sword tamer. DB browsers and mobile remote control started DigiBeetle and access server. Remember that last part where I pointed out that there were a bunch of key items that you get, but you never really are conscious that you're ever going to use? Here, have 2 more.
Totally.
Got a Black Sword mark and DigiBeetle browser. Pokemon. Your Digimon partner should be here by now.
DemiDevimon! Yay!
Yes.
Demi-Dart, bitches!
Of the starters, admittedly, he is probably the most powerful rookie. Mainly because he's the only one that his initial attack actually, like, half inflicts a status. It's a debuff. It has a debuff.
Like, last time last time during the training mission, we explained about how this game is all about prioritizing your targets.
DemiDevimon is always a prioritized target.
Yeah.
Demidart, for all of its awesomeness, is a bitch to fight against because it drains MP.
Yeah.
Which, as we've established, you need to do everything. Anyway, we really need to give him a nickname, because I hate the fact that if you leave him as DemiDevimon, when he digivolves, his name will still be DemiDevimon. So I'm going to call this one...
Black RX!
No.
Aww.
We should do that! Oh, yes! Later on, we're totally going to name it after Kamen Riders. I'm going to name it Scoby. Most of you won't understand that, and that's cool, because you're not supposed to. Essentially, I'm naming them after people that are important to me. Yes, Mitch, that means that you'll get one later, too.
Cool!
I ordered you to go to SCSI Domain and defeat the Wild Boss. That is the first mission that the game gives you. Guess what? It's not the first mission we're doing. I explained in a forum thread that is at slpb.com that... slpb.net, rather, that this game does have missions, but they're kind of few and far between. So what we're actually going to do is at the beginning of each video, I should probably stop and explain. This is Douchebag A and Happy-Go-Lucky McGee. He's your rival and she's your...
Thing.
They never say anything relevant. Ever.
Bertrand, think of him like this. He's... rival you care nothing about and never accomplishes anything.
In fact, I can almost compare this to Pokemon. He's Gary, and Joy Joy would be like Misty. She's like half a love interest and half a rival, but she's not really a whole of either. But anyway, as we were explaining, we're going to decide what the missions are for each individual part because the missions in the game are too few and far between for us to really make videos following each mission in the game. So what our mission is for this first video is recruit our second Digimon partner. Your party can have up to 3 Digimon. Your Digibeetle can hold, depending on what type of parts you have in it, up to 12, actually. But for now, we can only hold 4, and we at least want a team of 2 before we fight the first boss, so this mission is going to be recruiting our first partner Digimon. We're also going to take you guys around the base so you can see what's in here. This is the Digivolve room. You're going to see, this is not your partner. Apparently they've just got DemiDevimon lying around. But this is the Digivolve machine. Essentially what you use for it is, when your Digimon hit level 11, 21, or 31, they Digivolve to the next stage in their evolution, which means that you have to leave the dungeon you're in and come back to this machine to Digivolve your Digimon. Guess what? You guys aren't going to see that. DNA Digivolving we won't explain until later. Teasers! Cliffhangers!
We will only explain things once they become relevant.
This is the Tamer room. Almost nothing happens in here. At the beginning you'll find Bertrand and Joy Joy in here. Later on you'll occasionally find people in here. But this room mostly serves as... For those of you that like exploring, here's a room with nothing in it.
Here's coffee break room.
We have 2 item vendors. There's the Black Sword item vendor, which sells items that are specifically relevant to the Black Sword tamers. So HP and MP discs that boost, that fully heal just virus types. They've also got Ray Bombs that we will explain to you when they become relevant. Actually, I'll explain them to you now because I don't like Ray Bombs. I'm like never going to use them. Your Digibeetle has cannons that you can use to directly influence battle. Ray Bombs, if you have a specific type of cannon, you can use them. These are kickboards and skateboards. They're gifts. They're used for recruiting Digimon, which since we're about to do, I'm going to pick up a couple of these. 4 should be enough. On the other side here is your regular item vendor. The item vendor...
General Tool Dealer.
Yeah, General Tool Dealer. HP and MP discs don't do full recovery, but again, heal HP and MP, and as you can see, if you look at the units in the bottom right, you start with a few.
Yeah.
The most useful item in the entire game later, and an item that's incredibly useful now, so we'll buy an EP pack. EP packs recover 100 points of battery power, so it can give you 100 EP essentially. Your starting battery only has 100 EP, and if you notice during that training mission how quickly that disappears, you can tell that we need it. Starting off, you have to transfer items from the server to your Digibeetle, so we will add the 4 skateboards and the EP pack to our Digibeetle, which is currently full. You can only hold 8 items at the start, but once we get into Digibeetle parts, we'll explain how that gets bigger. So that's about all you really need to know about the base. Pretty simple. So now that tutorial's through. More in-depth tutorials than the game. Success. We will go to the main gate, which is where you go if you're going to leave on a mission.
Hey, give Bandai some credit, though. At least they did Betamon World. Good luck figuring that one out.
So we go to Carol and we say, it's mission time, and she's just like, go, go, Power Rangers, and gives us our mechanized tank thing. SCSI domain is lit up in orange because it's the one where our active mission is. It's also where we're going, but we are actually not completing the mission right now.
Yay!
This one is a bit unique in the fact that the domain is 4 floors. Each floor, 1, 2, and 3, is representative of a different type of Digimon. So vaccine types are on 1, viruses on 2, data's on 3. So if we need virus types, we need to go up a floor. And conveniently for us, the game put us in the room with the floor portal, and a Digimon in between so we can give you the good old-fashioned battle tutorial.
You know what?
Ooh,
Once we get around to getting Digimon of other types, and we get a Tapermon, we have to call him the Gatekeeper, because that's all he ever is in this.
It's actually true. The game is randomized, but it's randomized with certain set elements. In SCSI domain, like 9 times out of 10, Tapermon will be in the room with the gate. It's hilarious. Battling, quick battle tutorial. There are 4 types of attacks in the game. There are your assists, which are not really attacks, but rather abilities that help other members of your party or yourself.
Such as heal or your defense is now better.
You're now a water elemental, even though you're on fire. Interrupts are attacks that are literally immediate interrupts. When your opponents launch an attack at you, you will get the option to interrupt them. Most of them hit really hard and have additional status effects, but there are a couple disadvantages to them.
I cast Counterspell.
Mainly. The problem with interrupts is that they have ridiculously high MP costs.
But we know of a couple of them that are so good, though. Hey, look! You got smacked with my interrupt. You now do crap damage.
There's a few of them, actually. Counterattacks in this game work a little bit differently than most games with counterattacks. Counterattacks in most games, you take the hit, you hit back for more damage. In this game, they don't work that way. Each counter...
Well, one does, I think?
More than one, but only one that we've seen. Each of them has its own separate effect, and it will register as a regular attack at the end of turn order if nothing triggers it, or it will use the special effect if the counter is triggered. And then attacks are pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
So we'll start off by killing off Tapermon, which should not be that hard to start this off.
And Tapermon starts off with a Waking Dream. DemiDevimon shakes it off and counterattacks with Demi-Dart. Oh, he's gonna be feeling that in the morning.
DemiDevimon's Demi-Dart is an awesome attack for the simple fact that it drains your opponent's MP as at the when you attack, which we mentioned at the beginning, is awesome. It's actually really good in the early game if you can get it to drain their MP straight, but most times you're not going to get it off. It's an annoyance is what it is. You use it on the enemy to make the AI squeal like a little girl. So that was the first fight, and that was the fight tutorial. Guess what? Most of these you probably won't see after this. Except maybe the next one or two, because we're catching people's. Treasure chests in this game are nifty. That one wasn't booby-trapped, which ruined my demonstration. They're usually booby-trapped, and if you try to open them, they can, like, detonate and damage the Digibeetle or...
there it is.
Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit of period of silence. Alright then, so we're on floor 2 of SCSI domain, which is the virus floor, like we mentioned a little bit earlier. Right there is Gabrielwingue. He's not who we're recruiting, but it gives us a point to point out. In the first domain, each faction has an opportunity to get up to a three-man party. But each faction has one Digimon in the party that is really undesirable. Luckily for us, after this domain, one of the next domains is virus only, so we can get better teammates than Gabrielwingue, so we don't have any reason to recruit him.
Because he's crap.
He's terrible. Blue Falcon, which we almost got, I'm glad we didn't because they don't have a choice. They don't get a domain that's data only for like 3 or 4, so you have to use the 3 at the beginning, which includes a fairly undesirable Digimon partner.
Well, undesirable until later on, which involves DNA digivolving, so we'll get to that when we get there.
There when we get there! I swear to God, mister, I will turn this car around!
But it's not a car, it's more like a tank.
A living tank! We're gonna say that once in the episode, aren't we?
Apparently.
Oh dear. If there is no Betamon on this floor, I will be so pissed because this entire expedition will be wasted. So we're looking for Betamon, who's the other virus type. We're having a little bit of trouble finding one, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently the game doesn't want us to... Oh my god, there he...
Aw, you whore. You wanna know what, guys? Guess what you guys are gonna get to see? Me flat out destroy a Gabrielwingue. Now, if you guys didn't notice, when I fired the gift to Betamon, a heart appeared above his head that got larger after I fired the additional gift. The largest heart is the large pink heart that Betamon currently has on. Essentially, the goal is shoot gifts at them until the heart is high enough that when you fight them, they join you. If you're fighting a party of Digimon as opposed to just one enemy Digimon, the last Digimon defeated in battle is the one that will attempt to join you. It's pretty simple. This is an interesting time. We are actually going to quickly talk about, before I capture the Betamon and end this episode, Digimon types. There are 3 types of Digimon, 4 types of Digimon in every domain. There is your aggressives, which will move towards you. Most Digimon fall into this category. As you noticed, every step that we took or action that we made, Gabrielwingue and Tapermon moved towards us. There are your fast aggressives, or you can also have fast passives, which are people that move 2 spaces instead of 1 for every one that you move. There are passives, like Betamon. As I move closer to him, he's just going to move away because he's trying to avoid conflict. This has nothing to do with his friendship level, that's just a characteristic that certain Digimon have. Betamon is passive. There are slow acting, which are where they only move 1 square for every 2 that you move, and then there are stationary, which are Digimon that are neither passive nor aggressive, mainly because they just don't move. Yeah. Anyway, hi Betamon. Like I said, recruiting a Digimon is a pretty easy process. You engage them in battle, much like this. You select your attack that will kill said Digimon.
And then you proceed to beat the living hell out of them. And then, to thank you for doing so, they join you.
Hey, it's kind of like our friendship!
Thanks for that. DemiDevimon. And... oh, that's gotta hurt.
So Betamon is down. We get the happy little victory screen from the fight. Everything seems hunky-dory, and then... it wants to join your party. Let it join you, Char. Who is Betamon going to be?
I like Betamon.
So you do.
Yay! I'm a Betamon!
I'm an anime! Okay, and with that, this part of Digimon World 2 ends!
Quite awkwardly, it seems.